Alright everybody, Baron here and welcome to Anno 1800. So Anno is a game where we're going to be leading the Industrial Revolution. We're going to start on a beautiful little island, we're going to expand into an archipelago empire, go through the Industrial Revolution, and then we're going to be enjoying one of the newest features. We're going to be able to go on an expedition to the new world of South America. So this is the grand overview map. You can see here the old world. Now look here, look at where we can expand to. We're going to be able to get to the new world, aka South America, and it looks like it's over here. But you have to start here, you have to compete. There's a few pirates, rival empires that you'll have to be dealing with. And basically we've got to determine the path that will define our world. Are we going to be an innovator? Are we going to be an exploiter? A conqueror or a liberator? Am I going to focus on a giant navy? Am I going to be diplomatic with my allies, or should I conquer them? All of these things I get to decide. So I want to say a big thank you to Ubisoft for sponsoring this video. And the cool thing is that you can get the game right now because it's an open beta. See the link in the video description. The open beta is April 12th, and the game is available to buy on April 16th. And let's hop right into the old world. Alright, so before we pop in, we've got to create our character. Now, looking over all of these avatars, I see one that kind of resounds the best. Like, look at this medal. I don't know, is that like a little puppy? Or is this like one of those, like when you go to see a shrink, they're like, what do you see? Right now, in my badge of honor, I see glory. Plus, he's got an epic beard, so we gotta choose it. Now, as far as our crest, our logo, well, as we're gonna be going to try to destroy this pirate fortress, which is, oh my gosh, the quest to kill the pirate fortress is the goal. So you know what? Let's choose a nice sigil that signifies what we intend to do. Count von Toasty? Or maybe we could go with Baron von Toasty? Because whenever we build an empire, it's all about the toast. Count von Toasty it is. All right. So, the Fenton, first off, we need to change this. We're gonna have to rename our beautiful ship, which is gonna go around and scouting out this archipelago, to the HMS Toasty. Now, on board it, we already have 50 timber, 10 steel, as well as 10 weapons, aka, in this case, cannons. Now, check out this island. So, it's pretty big. And when you look at this, we've got a bunch of resources over here on, I guess it would be, what, the southeast corner here. We've got a little bit of island chains. I'm not sure if we can build it or build bridges to them. I'm not seeing any rivers or lakes, but we do have some nice fjords, and we have multiple beaches to expand to. If I wanted to... Oh, look at this giant mountain. So first things first, we need to... Like, this is where we start. We've got our port, we've got our ship, and we're gonna have to decide where we want to build our main little town. Well, a lot has changed since we named our ship. Look at this. So we've expanded on our port facility, which is one of my favorite things to do in this game. Check this out. You wanna upgrade your harbor? You wanna add some mounted guns? We can do that. And it even said you may want to do this because you might be under attack. Look at that. We can put them on the periphery there. But what if... Yeah, I want a cannon tower. These things are dope, but I don't think I can really afford it right now.
I'll put you back on dry land.
Because we need steel beams. So, anyway, I've expanded a lot of the city. We've increased... Oh, and there are those little birds again. The ribeyes of the sky. We've got pubs. We've got churches. We've got fire stations. We've got more pubs. We've got markets. And we have a great and sprawling industry. We've got iron, but you can see that right now the issue is that we have a great shortage of workers. Now, to get more workers, well, I'll just show you how we figure it out.
I wish to find...
See, look at this. We have enough fish, we have enough markets, but we don't have enough work clothes, right? So we've got to figure that out to write this, because basically what we're doing right now is we're in an arms race. With this ship builder, the sailing shipyard, I can craft two different kinds of ships. I can craft schooners, I could craft gunboats, both of which require a lot of material, but we have an insufficient workforce. So check out old Willie's port, right? So one of the things we can do is...
Flagship ready for orders.
We can go on quests. We've discovered a lot of this world here, and look at this. Whenever there's a star above the lighthouse, there's a quest available. So in our exploration, we found Princess Ching's city, and she put her farms over here on this beautiful cliffside, which is really cool. Looks like she's just starting her industry, and she's got some pigsties.
I cannot touch them.
And look at that, she's even starting a shipyard herself, as well as 2 fishermen. And then here's something interesting. We found Barrel O'Mara. So Barrel here started over here and has expanded pretty well. Like, look at this. She's got steel production going on. She's got this really cool bridge connecting her city to her industry. But then she expanded to a new island, which I think is awesome. And I got to figure out how to do that because she started up a new colony over here. She's on 2 islands. I've explored a lot. We found this pirate fortress, and this is what I really want to harp on. This pirate fortress is our goal. Zwollen here is the island, and Annie Harlow is the leader. And look at this. If you were to try to sail between these straits right here, you have a big old cannon on the left, some autocannons on the right, big old cannon on the right, then more autocannons on the left. And look at this. She's even got 4 gunboats going on right now. That's insane. And look at this. She's got a big Betty mortar. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I want to lay siege to this pirate harbor. Then you have Madame Kahina here. In her harbor, she specializes in trade. She's got some quests available as well. I've opened up trade with her. She's got a... Everyone's expanding their navy, it feels like. I feel like I'm a little bit behind. Although, I've got a lot of industry, and if we can figure out how to stabilize our workforce, then we're going to be in pretty good position. So now that we've got that, we have a surplus in work and in farmers, because right now I'm upgrading my farmers' houses. That's kind of how it's working so far. But now we should be able to... Missing goods. You're missing iron. Or rather, you're missing coal. And we've got some charcoal production over here. You can see that it produces a little bit of pollution. So I'm trying to keep my industrial area over there. I've got another one over here. This is a destroyed building. It must have burnt down. So we'll just delete that because that's a charcoal and a coal producer right there. So we want to keep all the pollution to a certain area. We'll use this. So check this out. We now have a ship in production. What I'm working on is a gunboat. It's gonna take... Oh, it said it would take 3 minutes. Well, I guess it is, but for some reason the remaining time is doing multiple seconds. Interesting. Maybe we have... see, that might be part of it, is the workforce. Whenever you build a ship, it seems to take up a little bit of that. You can definitely see a little bit of pollution here. Something we're going to have to be mindful moving forward. So look, Madame Kahina has a schooner, and we've opened up trade with her. So one of the other things that I've been working on is a quest of my own. So Willie sent me on a quest. Basically, I used my ship after exploring much of this archipelago, and I found some flotsam and jetsam, and in so doing, this quest gave me a hydrostatic torpedo. So check this out. This does a damage of 2,500. Now when you look at a flagship, it's got a health of 2,000, so we could probably use this and destroy a flagship of a rival or an enemy.
Game saved.
Flagship ready for orders.
Now, I want to see what quests we have available. So let's go over here to Barrel O'Mara and do a quest for her. And I'm thinking, let's do another shipyard. So the way our beach is working, I can only stagger them since it's diagonal beach, but you know what? I think it's time, because if I click this, I kind of want to do a schooner, because it's a 2-masted trade ship. A trade ship would be pretty good. Now, how long is that going to take to do? About 3 minutes.
Ship constructed.
Ready.
And look at that! The Merlin, our first gunboat. Now,
Ready.
the cannons don't look that big, right? So I'm kind of curious to test our metal against, let's see, are there any other small turrets around good old Annie Harlow's base? Because if there are, I kind of want to check it out. I think right here could work. So, you know what? Let's sail our ship. Actually, it may be best to wait for a fleet.
Go. Do I catch you in especially good humor, Governor?
So, here's the problem. The newspaper, a catastrophic explosion. Well, there's nothing even there. We need to edit this. And it may be, you know, bending the truth, but it's part of what we need to do to ensure, you know, that our people are spending more money.
Certain they won't read
And
between the
taxing more.
lines.
So let's, I don't know. Utterly hopeless? Well, that just sounds bad.
Sometimes nice to have
You are happier than you
contingency.
think. That sounds like something we can work with.
Censorship is not always the cranny of the corrupt.
Well, you know, we may have censored a little bit, but you know, it's fine. Look at this. See, this is one of the reasons why we get rid of her. She proposes a ceasefire. She demands 55,000. Well, yeah, no, I ain't doing that. Don't call me bilge
Ship
water.
constructed.
So we're gonna sail Escort, and here are my ships so far. So here's the thing.
But she's key.
I've got to figure out what to do with my schooners, because I see a lot of people trading. So since this is the closest one, let's see. What if I wanted to, like...
On our way.
I'm gonna attempt to start a trade route. Or at least I've got more ships to explore with now. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't have any guns on it, so we can't use it to fight Annie Harlow, the pirate. Alright, so now we've rendezvoused with these ships at sea. It's time to start the escort mission. You all lead the way, and I'll be following you.
Flagship at your service.
Let's follow that one.
Game saved.
So, it's quite simple. My ship's got guns, the schooners don't. They'd like a little bit of protection, so while they're out there, you know what? I mean, there'd be pirates about, don't you know? You know what? I think we can use this schooner to explore. If you look over here, the fog of war is covering a lot, but there's still a few islands to explore and to see. So let's send it over here.
On our way.
See, this is the irony. Oh, look at this. This is another really cool island. It's a prison island, right? So this is one of the cool discoveries we've had. Look at it. It looks so impressive. However, there doesn't seem to be any gun towers around it, but this is like one of the AI that you kind of like work with. So he offers 150 coal. Oh, wait, I hear cannons. Oh my god! Look at this. We've got
Flagship at your service.
pirate gunboats. So you can see how well
Flagship
my
ready
ship
for
is.
orders.
They'll have nothing
Look at this.
left.
Anne Harlow likes that I'm sinking an enemy ship. Who is this? This ship is named the Mild Shrimp. It's awesome, but it goes to show you how weak a gunboat is. So I'm not sure if they're pulling off. Oh, they did destroy one of the
Flagship
ships.
at your service.
Maybe I should have used my gunboats. Come on, just another salvo. All right, we need to escort
Flagship commencing escort.
that ship. Maybe I should have used a few gunboats to assist in that escort mission, but I'm glad that we have them. They're available going forwards. We're producing a lot of materials, and I'm working on getting some steel beams. But in order to get steel beams, if we look at the process there, we're going to need steel, and to do that we need iron and we need coal from a charcoal kiln, but I could always just buy a bunch. So we're gonna get to see a little bit about how exploration works in a moment, but yeah, this is one of the things I want to do. I open up trade with Madame Kahina, and I want to figure out how to open up trade with the others. Full output storage. This makes me think we might need another warehouse. Wait a minute. Oh, more pirates. Our escort objective is not doing too well. We're about to take out one of the ships, but this one looks like it's pretty battered. What is its health? I can't quite determine it. Oh, it just sank. Well, we failed in our mission. But now we know we need more than just one
Attention for the
flagship to defend. But the naval battles are awesome. And there we go, the ribeyes in the sky overlooking it. I'm gonna chase them down and sink them. Who is this? Is that Princess Ching's fleet? No, they've got a pirate sigil on it. We're gonna hunt them down to the edges of the known world. So here's the island we explored. Looks like a lot of resources, but it's relatively small. So one of the things I want to do is set up trade. Now, Willie's really close. So let's go ahead and try to do a treaty. Request trade rights.
Sorry, old stick. Smells like cobblers.
It smells like cobblers. What do you mean, mate? We're at peace. My reputation with him is 37. Let's try Barrel. Well, none of them are accepting this, so let's go ahead and try to... Let's flatter him. Or we could offer a gift. You know what?
You're right. The board
There we go.
faith in me.
Let's start like... She seems very smart, so let's go ahead and offer a gift.
I am grateful for your faith.
Ah,
in my
you are
business.
most welcome. And Beryl, oh man, I know that the only way to get on her good side is to offer a
Maybe I'll
gift.
give part to me urchin.
So basically, I'm thinking we need to up our standing with all of them if we want to do this. Now, Annie Harlow here is the only one we're at war right now. What if I was to try a non-aggression pact?
Wibbly's worth a lot more than that.
Oh, and I think it actually hurt us.
Yeah.
So needless to say, we need to work on our diplomacy here. Now, we're not producing a lot of potatoes. Maybe we should look at that. So these are all the goods we can get. I actually want to get a bunch of wood. And even some of these bricks. Because we're resource jammed. Alright, flagship. Deliver to Archibald's lighthouse. Dang, Archibald's got an amazing looking port. So I'm noticing something, that the others definitely have a big difference in area between where their city is, you know, and when their agriculture and even where their industry is, which makes sense, especially since we're going through the industrial age. Pollution is becoming an issue, so I'm trying to figure out where on our island do I want to work on my city. This is going to be industrialized, so I'm thinking,
Brought some
well, I guess,
joy.
ask if you're ready to hand in. Of course I'm ready, good sir. Let's see it. So we've made it to the port. Yes.
Bish bang bibbly.
Ah, we haven't increased our standing, but we did make a lot of money.
Gotta start somewhere.
You know what? I want
I'm not
to
a
open up
scary
trade, so
fool,
deliver
man.
18 sails and 12 schnapps? Oh gosh.
Your people are
Rioting? Oh god, we don't have any police. We don't have any police. What do we need for this? 10 brick. Of course I just spent it on... I just dumped a bunch of brick overboard. And now we're in need of brick for police because we have a riot. Now where's the riot again? Well, we got a riot. This isn't looking very good. Ah, there we go. It's these houses. They don't like us. You know what? I'm gonna put a police station right next to you guys. Well, I mean, once I can afford it. Maybe they need a pub. So, training police, let's go ahead and use a little bit of time travel here to try to put this riot down. Oh my god, look at there it is. We've got riots. They're assembling in these people's backyards. That seems a little bit wrong.
Something for all?
The police are in action. Look at this. They're going to go out and start arresting people. That's right. You can't riot around here, boys. No, sorry, Bob. So in order to open up frigates, which is what we ultimately want to get to until we can get ship of the lines, we need artisans. I think this is going to take a little bit more time. But remember, the goal? To lay siege to the pirate fortress. We've learned a little about trade, about missions, about exploration, and founding new cities. And I've learned from the mistakes from this one by putting everything kind of close. I've started, you know, I'm thinking I'm going to make this area my new residential area and not, like, make it polluted and really start upgrading over there because this is pretty close to our logging camps. There's some basic industry as well. But what we're doing already over here on Rallingen, our quaint village, is separating that. And I think that's a pretty good spot. to end us right here on episode 1. Stay tuned for episode 2. Let me know if you'd like to see more. And I will see you guys in the next episode of Anno 1800, where we're going to build up a fleet. Plenty of islands to settle, but there's a lot to do. And then there's obviously getting to the new world. So take a look at the world map. We zoom out here. I want to get to the old world right here. What's over there? And there's even this icy area. I'm sure there's like different biomes. Oh man, I'm excited. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.